I started to reflect on how things have changed for women in the workforce during my lifetime and how things have also changed. We have our own experiences to draw upon. In my early days, women were not considered leaders. When I was a young woman, I remember someone saying to me, "You can't cook, you can't clean, you can't sew, you can't do nothing." And you know what? They were right. I couldn't. And I didn't want to learn, and I wasn't going to learn. It wasn't part of my religion. To this day, I still can't cook, sew, or clean. I do have one recipe. It's artichoke dip, but it has 3 ingredients, and they're all equal. So that's the only thing I ever take to anybody's house, so if you invite me over for dinner, you got it. My husband, John, knows where the kitchen is, and he uses it. If he doesn't want to use it, I say, let's go out to eat. I've never been wife of the year either, by the way. I never cared that I couldn't cook, sew, or clean. Many people thought I was crazy. Well, I was, but they thought a woman's place was in the home, and it just wasn't the men who weren't supportive. We know women that we know as women that we can often be our own worst enemies, putting each other down instead of building each other up. And looking at where things are today, many things haven't changed at all since I entered the workforce. To this day, median income for women are more than $10,000 less than for men, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. The situation in our state, of course, is even worse. Isn't that natural? We are always the leaders in something. In Nebraska, women earn 74% of men's earnings, while the national average is 78%, according to a report from the American Association of University Women. While equal pay remains a problem for women in the workforce, we know there are more opportunities today than there were in the past. The challenge for women in leadership remains, but there are still opportunities that never existed before. At the Center for People in Need, we serve more than 23,000 clients and 15,000 families with a variety of support services and job training programs. Channel 1011 ran a story several weeks ago about one of our clients named Francisca, who graduated from the trade and reentry program and after getting out of prison. So she went to our forklift warehouse operations training and is now a certified forklift operator and has a job. Yay! We do still offer the boring classes on food, event planning, but the good news is that women have a lot more choices than they used to. Women can now go into administrative secretarial work if they want to, but you know what? They're not forced to anymore. They have other options. And to see women breaking through limitations that have been imposed upon us all is very gratifying. To see women taking on leadership roles in the areas not previously open to us is a wonderful thing. But the experiences aren't all rosy, not by a long shot. For women in poverty, these challenges are incredible. Each year, the Center for People in Need conducts a Face of Poverty survey that offers important measurement of economic well-being for women. One of the key findings this year is that 60% of our clients live in deep poverty. For a family of 5, that means they're living on less than $1,200 a month. Can you imagine that? In addition, more than 65% of our female clients always or often have to choose between food and paying a bill. Have you ever had to choose that? The situation is made more difficult by the wage gaps. Well, we are training people like Francisca to run a forklift. She can still expect to earn $104 a week less than a man. I think she's probably as good at that as anybody. You know, it doesn't take a lot of skill. You put it up and you put it down. You put it up and you put it down. Likewise, women make $44 less than men weekly in food preparations, places we're really good at, supposedly, food preparation and service occupations, according to the Bureau of Labor. This has terrible consequences for children. Balancing work and family is very, very difficult for our female clients. 18% of them quit a job because of high child care costs. 22% quit because of the cost of quit school because of high child care costs. Now that's a sin. That's 42% reported they had left their child when someone did not trust. They did not trust. I want to take you a moment to think about Julie, who's a single mother who had to go to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, and she had no one to babysit her 3-year-old. Now, what would you do? You know, you'd say, I'm going to stay home. That's a great solution. You're going to end up losing your job, obviously, immediately. You're going to end up at the city mission. Or the city, they may take your child away.